Let me share my screen. Just one moment. Okay, well, so my first question for you, of course, it's about friends and friendship. So that is speaking part one. So let's get started with speaking part one. I will ask you a few questions and then we try to boost and improve your answers, and we will learn and practice some new words and phrases, idioms that you need in order to make your responses for this part. Okay, part one. Do you have a lot of close friends?
Honestly, I like as an extroverted, I have a lot of friends, but to be honest, I didn't have much close friend because I want to, have some semi-strangers friend.
Yeah, actually, it's like you said, I didn't have much. So first of all, you're talking about countable now. So you don't say much. So many. So it's actually the word that you need to use. Many. I don't have many friends, many close friends.
Yeah.
So you are extrovert person, and of course you have a lot of friends. So do you remember that I told you that, for example, I am a social butterfly, so I like
Yeah.
socializing, so you can use it now. But of course, you don't have many or a lot of many close friends. Okay, well, are you a picky one?
Huh? Well,
Picky one. Let me write the first word, picky. And you can guess the meaning of this word, okay, this adjective. So you
I,
know that, yeah.
is it's like am I a person who choose friend carefully?
Of course, very careful to choose or accepting, of course. Yeah. Are you a picky one?
Maybe yes, you can consider like that.
Yeah, so you can be considered as a picky one. So it's maybe sometimes it's difficult to make friends. Okay, so tell me, among your close friends or best friends, so do you have a best friend who you can confide in when you need?
Um, definitely. There are two of my old friends, and they like. I think that I can. Um, wait. Can I answer again, teacher?
Of course, yes.
Mm. Literally, um, there are some people that I believe in very much, and two of these is two of my friends, and I have played with them since ever I can remember. But that they they make me feel very comfortable and very mm, relaxed to confide it in something, and they help me a lot in letting my head down.
Yeah, of course. Well, good job. And I think you can live in harmony with your friends. So, to live in harmony with someone that can be, for example, your friends, you know that actually, having or living together peacefully, just, without arguments, without fights. So it's like, you live and you have relationship with harmony, so that's really good. Wow.
Yeah.
And my next question, do you think friendship is important?
Mm, number it's very important. For me, that's friend is very important. I think it's just vital. It just play a vital part in my life because they are people who I can say what I don't want to say with my parents or my family, and they are and they are. No, I don't know how to answer this question, teacher.
Yeah, of course. So as you said, so yeah, that was really good. Actually, you can say there is no doubt, definitely, that friendships play vital. So because you said vital, okay, so play a vital role. Play a vital role in my life, in our life, of course, not only my life, okay? So why? Because, so you can give some reasons. For example, they make our lives more interesting, maybe more exciting, meaningful. So like this, okay? And, especially friends and whenever you need them, they are. So they're tangible. So whenever you need, and, it's like, they are all the time. So this way you can make your answer. So yes, it's important. And yeah, definitely, yes, of course, there is no doubt. So you can say,
Yes.
okay, this way you can make your answer. Well, and tell me, which do you prefer? Spend time with a friend or spend time alone? So which one?
Well, uh, maybe it depends on the alternation of my mood. It's like between happiness and despair. When I feel despair, I would like to spend time. Um, I just like to spend my time myself and do whatever I want. Yes, and I don't want anyone like annoyed me at that time. But when I like my mood is good, and yes, I want to share this mood with my friends, so I will have a conversation with them, and also plan to go to the market or to go to restaurant, something like that.
Yeah, of course. So, can you consider yourself as a loner person?
Loner person.
Yeah, you would prefer to be alone, avoid others normally, not of course every time. Because so when you say that sometimes, or I don't know, I'm normally, so you can say I'm a bit of, or I'm more of, so it depends, of a loner. So it's like, a person likes to be alone. Someone who likes to be alone, like, just loner. And I spend more time himself than with my friends. So, for example, especially as you said, when you are not in good mood, you're in bad mood. So loneliness maybe make you feel better. Or for example, sometimes you feel like that you want to be isolated. Just, you want to keep yourself to yourself. Just be alone, do something for yourself. Okay, just this. Maybe staying at home, just doing activities that you like, okay, and not. But of course, so hanging out with friends can be really good. So especially when you're unhappy, you need someone to confide in. So why not? So maybe, especially when some negative thoughts come into your mind, so you need someone, so you can go out with friends. Well, and
Teacher,
so,
can
yeah,
can can you just make an example again of the phrase "I'm a bit of a loner"?
of
Because
course. For example, I ask you, which one would you prefer, to spend time with a friend or spend time alone? For example, if you ask me, I would say it depends. You know, I'm a bit of, I'm a bit of a loner. Like, I would prefer to stay and at home, and most of the time I would prefer to keep myself to myself. Actually, I don't know, being isolated make me feel better. So I prefer not to go out and spend time with friends. But sometimes when I'm in bad mood, or sometimes when some negative thoughts come into my mind, I would prefer to hang out, to go out and hang out with friends. So I think it can be really useful. So this way you can use it. And if you like your, yeah.
What have you just said? I think it's really what I didn't hear clearly this word.
So at the beginning, I
No,
told, so. I'm a bit of, so normally I'm a bit of, so you can say, just let me write. If you are, more of actually a loner, or for example, a bit of a loner. So which one? It depends on you. So some people really don't tend to, I don't know, socialize, being with, so they are more of loner. So we can say, but some people like, maybe my friend, just, sometimes you feel like, okay, it's better to be alone. So you can say, I say, actually, sometimes I'm a bit of a loner. So I feel like, I'm a bit of loner. So I would prefer to stay home and keep myself to myself, not to go out, not to socialize. So this way you can use it.
Yes.
Get
Okay.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and the next one, tell me about people who you like to have as friends.
Hmm. Actually, um, I'm a type of person like I'm a sporty type, so I would like to spend my time playing sport with some people that enjoy the same hobbies as me. So I think that I can make friends easily and have a good rapport with these people when they are also sporty or
Yeah,
active.
of course, active. So you can say the answer was good, but the only thing that maybe you can add for the beginning, you can say, I find myself attracted to people, then you can make your answer. Who are sporty because I am. Since I'm actually find myself attracted to people who are sporty since I am sporty and active person. So
Yes.
this way. Okay. And tell me about conversation. So do you like face-to-face conversation with people?
Most definitely, I think it's one of the most convenient ways in communication throughout mm, a lot of online platforms nowadays. But I still think that when you have a conversation directly with someone, it will be easier to talk about any topics than using an online app and talk with them on that.
Of course, very good. So actually you talked about first cyber friends. Yeah, friends that you actually, some friends that you talk online, cyber friends. So this is the first one. And I said face to face, so you can say real world
Sure.
conversations. Face to face means real world. So I would prefer, so of course we can talk with cyber friends. So of course it means online, but we can also have, for example, real world conversation with people. So you would prefer which one you can actually use. And yeah, it's really good. So for example, and why? So if you are shy, so you can briefly, for this question, you can briefly talk about your character. So if you are, for example, I don't know, sometimes I feel shy. to, for example, talk to people in person or face to face. So I would prefer to talk with cyber friends. Okay. So you can, this way, actually, you can make your answer. And for this answer, it's not bad briefly because this is part one. So you can briefly talk about your personality that makes you, for example, talk to people online or in person or face to face. Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. And tell me about your school. Are most of your friends from school or outside school?
What does mean, teacher?
From school or neighborhood or street or, for example, I don't know, somewhere else.
As I am as I study, like I have studied in a school that is far from my house. Is about um 90 kilometers. So you know that I need to stay in a dorm in my school. So I have to say that there aren't much, like there aren't many many students that study in my school that near from my house, because I think it's inconvenient to travel to my school. And also like the um, the tuition fee of it is also so high, so people cannot adopt, like afford for that. So mostly the student in my school is around the area, like near the school.
Ah, so actually you can say that you live, I want to know that if you live, your house actually is within walking distance of your school, it means close to your house, near.
No, I mean like my house is very far from my school. So
So you can say, despite my house is not, within, so you know that when it's near, you can say within walking distance of my school, and I need to walk, for example, I need to travel by, for example, by my car or taxi or everything. So you can say any other vehicle. So then you can make your answer. Just, I didn't get actually the second part of your answer very well. It was like, you said that, yeah, some people can't afford. So can't afford why? I didn't get that part. Could you repeat it, please?
it's like, I mean like, because the tuition fee is so high that people can't not afford.
Yeah. Of course. So now, actually, I didn't get, the relation, when your answer and the question, because, are most of your friends from school or outside? So I didn't get. I don't know why, but I didn't get. I couldn't connect them.
I just let me answer again.
Of course. Thank you.
Yes, but teacher,
Yeah.
well, why we can use the phrase within walking distance of my school?
So
What is?
I just gave you an alternative. You can not use it, so it's your choice. Just when actually, because you're talking, so you want to say that your school is not near your house. So I say is not within walking distance. So yeah, just an
Yes.
alternative, just this. Yeah.
And so let me answer again. It's like as I have studied in a school which is not which is not within walking distance of my school. It's uh, about 90 kilometers far from my house, and so I need to stay in a dorm in at my school. So, and I just back home in the weekends. And actually, because of that, there are not many students around my areas have studies in this school except me, and mostly the students in my school are people who live near that. It's like near my school.
Yeah, okay. Well, just first of all, you said that I have started, but here you still studying. So you say I have been studying. You know that's here we need to use present perfect continuous. So you can say I've been studying. Okay, this one is better because when you say I've studied, like, you know, for example, okay, for 10 years and it's now it's done, so I've been, because
Yeah.
you still studying, so I've still, okay, so I've been studying. And yeah, in weekends, definitely no, you know that we don't use preposition on or at, of course. And you said in my area, so of course, so why didn't you use neighborhood? Of course your area is your neighborhood, so you can say, so of
Yeah.
course people who live, yeah, neighborhood is better word here, so you can use neighborhood is better.
It's
Well,
like
yeah,
teacher. It's
yeah.
like I can say that there isn't any neighborhoods that live that learn in my school.
No, neighborhood is area. You said the area, I said neighbor.
Yeah. And
Neighbor, none of my neighbors study.
and
Yeah.
what like and what we call what do we call the person or a group of people who live in my neighborhood?
So they're neighbors. They're
Neighbor.
neighbors. Yeah, of course,
Neighbor.
neighbors. Yeah, of
Yes.
course. So neighborhood is the area or place that we know, for example, near your home, so near your place, location, and neighbor, people who live in your neighborhood. So
Yes.
neighbors, yeah. Well, and next question. Well, so tell me, um, how often do you meet with your friends? How often do you meet with your friends?
Um. Well. Um. Because we are like we are about to graduate, so we very close to the entrance exam to universities. So we at at this moment we are working very hard, no matter day or night, and we prepare for this exam. So honestly, we don't have much time spent on any work. Uh, like apart from studying. So I have say that I have to say that it's a long time since the last time we've been together.
Yeah, of course. So, for now, of course, once in a blue moon, very rarely. So why
Yes,
not use an idiom? Once in a blue moon, for now, very rarely, of course, due to final exams or, for example, IELTS final. So that is once in a blue moon. So this is the first one. And so actually the problem with your answer is, I like your answer, but the problem, like, you know, why you tend to use just one tense, present. So this is the problem, you know? So for example, when you say, okay, why? Yeah, you can easily use used to here. You used to, but now no. So why not? Now actually you can add more structures and it can help boost your score. That is really important. So for example, in the past, I used to meet my friends almost every day.
yes,
Even, for example, my friends outside of school were part of my daily social interaction. So this way. But now I can say once in a blue moon. It's due to, for example, a strict schedule. So why not? You can say strict schedule. Very hard, strict schedule. So why not? We can't meet up. We
but
can't.
um, is the strict schedule is an advanced work or hack? or a hectic schedule is an advanced word.
They're the same. So
One.
why? Actually, we don't have just one word or phrase that you can consider as strict or, yeah, of course, they're the same. You can say, or
But
packed. So all of them.
it's like I want to like use strong vocabulary.
Yeah. So what?
It's it's like I would like to use strong vocabulary.
Of course,
So
of
which
course.
is better,
So
teacher?
let me say something, because actually when you say now, you're talking about, two different words, okay? Because when you say hectic, you know that it means busy, full of activity. But when you say strict, means hard. So they are the same. You can use both of them, hectic and strict. It
Yes.
means you actually, when you have really hard, it means I need to study hard, just focus on studying. But when you say hectic, like it can be full up, not only studying. So hectic and maybe strict are a bit slightly different. So pay attention. You can use both of them. And let me say something. Maybe no one says this, but I want to tell you, and it's a trick that you need to know if you want to get a high score in IELTS. Using advanced or using your level vocabulary. So if you want to get a high score, use the vocabulary related to your level. Why? Yeah, I know a lot of advanced word, but if I make mistake because I'm not confident enough when using those advanced, but IELTS is natural. So when you are talking fluently, just, take it easy, talk, because you're confident enough when using vocabulary related to your level. So I can say that. Don't just, because most of candidates think, okay, let's find some complicated. No, at all. You don't need. So just good word without hesitation, without pause. Be sure about the use of them. And don't worry. No one says that, oh, you see, for example, he said important. Because he didn't say crucial, he didn't say significant. Okay, let's know there is no effect on your score. Even I can say that you can boost your score this way. Okay?
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so just whenever, and let me give you another tip that is really important. Whenever you feel like that you have two words and you don't know which one I can use, make collocation. Use both of them. Do you remember we can use two adjectives, two synonym adjectives together? So it's okay. Then you use two adjectives, both of them, and you don't need to be actually, I don't know, worried about it, which one is better. So sometimes you can make collocation, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, the next question, okay. Tell me, so if you have time and if you go out, meet up with friends, what do you and your friends do together?
Well, um, as a student, as students, both me and my friends still depends financially on like financially depends on my parents, on our parents. So we we can't do any activity that costs much of money. So usually we just have you know, I hang out to eat something or go to the movie and watch film together. Just that.
Yeah, of course. So, let me give you a good idea. When
Yes.
you want to say that, for example, sometimes we go shopping and I don't know, we something like financially ruin ourselves. Like, okay, there is no money anymore because actually we are not dependent on someone else. So, but about you, so sometimes I say, please don't break the bank. Don't, okay? So, break the bank. especially, for example, when you do something that costs a lot, you
Mm.
can use it.
Teacher,
Okay, yes.
does the phrase break the bank and bankrupt have the same meaning?
Oh no, it's definitely different. No, it's definitely different. It's an idiom. That means, for example, bankruptcy is something related to bank. So
Yes.
when, for example, yeah, it's something definite, but it's not. This is an idiom. That means, for example, me and my friends actually, we're interested in shopping, especially shopping for clothes. So whenever we have time, we go shopping together until we break the bank. Now we have no money. So that is the meaning of break the bank here. It means, so for example, when you cost a lot, okay? So that is different from bankruptcy, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, well, so, okay, so because you are not financially dependent, so independent, of course, you can't spend a lot, or you can't. Do you remember? I think I gave you another idiom.
For which one, teacher? For but idiom for what?
Spending a lot of money. Do you remember? Splash out. We
Plus,
can't, yeah, we can't splash out, means spend a lot of money. So we can't because we are not, okay? So because we are not financially independent. So we can't splash out. We can't, for example, so we need to be careful and not to break the bank when
yeah.
going out. So we would prefer to do some. So here you can use one. You don't need to use both of them. Which one you like? Okay,
In
so yeah, of course, just try
idiom.
to use one idiom, not don't overuse is forbidden, not overuse, just one, it's okay. Well, and the next one, tell me about how do people in your country meet others and make friends?
I think that's could you repeat again?
Of course, how do people in your country meet others and make friends?
Often. I think that I would say that is every day because in our daily life we need to interact and communicate with people for a lot of things such as buying something but like purchasing for something you want to ask for help from someone so it's very usually like it's very usual.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So maybe you mean during some daily interactions. So you mean social interactions?
Yes.
So you can say, yeah, of course, daily interactions. So of course, and when you said, actually, it's really, so you can say that when you talk to someone, for example, when you sit next to someone, of course, you can talk and you can, for example, find some common interest and then you can make friends. So this way you can answer this. So, yeah, and I don't think it matters what country you're from. Do you? Like, no, I don't think. Do you think? It's like, I don't think it matters. So people make friends, by socializing, by
Yes.
daily interactions, by
Yes.
sitting next to each other. So daily interaction, sitting next to each other, doing some actually the same activities. Okay, so and then friendship logically happens.
Yes.
Okay, and in addition, you didn't mention cyber friends, social networks. So don't forget about it because it's common and you can use it. So that's really good to use. Okay. And the next one, do adults and children make friends in the same way?
Do the children miss him
Do
in what way?
adults and children make friends in the same way?
A dog?
Adult, like me, I'm an adult. Children, your
Uh,
sister, your brother.
uh, uh,
Adults. Yeah,
adult.
when I grow
Oh,
up, I'm adult. Now I'm adult. Okay.
because like I heard a dog,
Ah, adults.
so mm, I I think there's completely a difference between adults and young kids making friends because you know the adults sometimes they can see the bad things of people and they would get away and avoid the bad thing come to them, but maybe kids they don't really know much about life and they can be stuck in some problem when they have a relationship with bad friends.
Yeah, maybe. Let's change it. It's, I think. Yeah, actually, we can say something like adult. Of course, of course, they have definitely quite different methods or complicated maybe in actually making friends. They're really, quite complicated. But children usually use common interests and goals as the basis of their friendship. But adults trust, loyalty, the difference. So the base of their friendship actually different. So base of friendships. Here, base of friendships are different. So about children, common interests and goals. Okay, let's play sport together. We have the same. Or but about adult, like trust, or for example, loyalty. So, because, they're quite complicated. Okay. So, and, for example, you can say that actually, I don't agree with you. Of course, you answered another question, not this one, because you can say, of course, about the consequences of making friends. Yeah, you can answer this way. Some negative, for example, consequences due to some, I don't know, negative or bad people. Yes. But here we are talking about methods of making friends. So they're the same. I think children, kids, they have a whale of time with whoever. So actually, no matter who this person is, they enjoy actually having now here actually an idiom means enjoy themselves very much. No matter whoever, no matter. So you can use have a whale of time means enjoying themselves very much. But actually, like, adults are different. They are so conscious. Maybe they're really careful. And, they only use their time for work and taking care of their family. So
Yes.
this is the way that you can make your answer. Okay, and the last question of part one, do you think it's possible to become real friend with people you meet on the internet?
I think that's now is possible. You, because you know in the past uh is a lot of doubtful things when you make cyber friends online, and maybe you can be deceived by them, and also you can suffer from something like some bad habit of like some of their bad habits, and also mm, like
Mhm. So let's talk about this one. Okay, I say that yes. You said of course. Yeah, and I do agree. It's possible because I do agree with you. It's possible to establish real friendships through the internet. So this is the first one, because what we need in friendship is what we need really. For example, is maybe honesty, for example, reliability. So I want to say what we need in friendship is truthfulness. So, or reliability, or respect, or for example, loyalty. And if you are another structure, if you are getting all that from your online or, for example, physical friends, this friendship can be a good friendship. Okay, do you agree? From
Yes.
your, for example, online friends or cyber friends, so as you said, so whether you're online friends or, for example, your real friends, okay, real world friends, so this friendship can be really good. Okay,
Yes.
any questions related to part one, because we're going to move on to the second part of speaking.
Teacher,
Yes.
I forget the meaning of I'm a bit of a loner and base of friends.
I'm a bit of which
Loner.
one? Oh, loner. Loner. Actually, let me help you. You never forget. Lone, alone. It means I like to be alone. Loner, I like to be alone. I'm a bit, it means not too much, not all the time. I'm more means I want to be alone every time. So just, all the time. So a bit more. So just this, loner, alone. Someone who likes to be alone. Yeah.
Yes.
What else?
Base of friends.
Yeah.
Base of friends.
What are friends? I can't get it.
Base of friends.
Base of friendship, I
Yes.
said. Base of friendship, not base of friend.
Yeah.
Base of friendship. Yeah, of course, the foundation, the base of, the first step of friendship. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, and nothing else? Because we're going to move on the second part. So let's keep going with cue card. Ready?
Teacher, it's like can I have time to take note of that?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
Teacher, can you scroll up, please?
Of course, yes.
Sure. Yes, I'm finished, teacher.
Okay, well, now let's keep going with part 2. Well, just let me write. Okay, part 2. Describe your best friend. You should say who he or she is and what he or she does, when and how you met, and what kind of personality he or she has, and what makes you like him or her. Think about it and make your answer.
I'm finished, teacher.
Yes. Okay. I'm listening to you. Well,
As a social butterfly, I used to have a lot of friends, and yes, also a lot of close friends. But when I was in grade 9, once I was tricked by one of these close friend, and I think that I don't want to call anyone else a best friend or close friend like this, because I remember that at that time I was crush on a girl, and then my best friend is still like this best friend told this girl, and I feel very I felt very upset at that word. And but until now it's like uh, maybe just last years, and I met a boy that have a same characteristic with me as me. And yes, and I think I can call him he's a good friend of me, and he's very handy with learning language, such as English. Yes, and he's very kind and helpful, and also honest too. And he's ready to help me whenever I need him in studying English. And also, the first time I suppose that the first time we met, and I think that in the dorm when we when we are when we have been staying now. And yeah, and I think that's it's just of the first semester in grade 10. And at that time we haven't talked too much, and we just have a big gap. But over a long time we have played football together, and share time, and have a lot of gossips. We get close, uh yes, get closer very much. And the things that make me feel like him he's very special is he's very fascinating and hilarious too. I can call him a form of creation, because whenever I feel upset or my mood isn't good, he is the person who can lighten up my mood and also let my hair down.
very good. Just fascinated. First of all, you're talking about people. Okay, well, just let's talk about some words. So you said until now. I say so far.
Yes.
And you said another one that you talked about your, so you have the same characteristics, personality, or he has the same character as me. Yeah, of course, you can say we have common interest again, okay? And when you feel blue, upset, feel blue. So why not? You are not in mood and you feel blue, actually. And he is really supportive. Oh, let me write here. He is really supportive in addition actually to what adjectives you use to describe your friend. So supportive. And I want to give you another idiom, because you talked about how supportive he is and how in difficult situation he's ready to help. So I want to say that he always has your back. He
Oh,
has my back, or he gets. So have or get, both of them. So you can use, so when someone gets your back, it means he's really supportive. Or for example, means they are ready to help in difficult situations. So you can use this way. So he always gets my back, or have my back, so both of them. So this way you can use it. And and you don't, you said you don't talk about something like, some unimportant things. You don't like, you normally talk about important things, you said?
Yeah.
You mean you don't chit chat? I don't
What
know,
is
talk about. Chit chat means talking about daily things, not important. Okay, what happened today? It's like, normally girls chit chat. So like, so if you chit chat or you like chit chatting, it means you spend time talking on different things, daily things, not really important. Okay, but some people know we don't chit chat. We only talk on important matters, or for example, things, and we play sports. Yeah.
what you have to say for matter? I don't hear clearly. For matter.
Matters. So I say important matters, things. Yeah, like this. Okay, so if you don't chit chat, and when you feel, and sometimes you feel like disappointed because you said upset. I say disappointed and frustrated. So you can say when you feel frustrated or disappointed. Yeah, so you can say, or for example, when you feel blue, you can use, okay, these words. What totally, it was really good. Okay, any questions related to this one?
Um, Maybe I have a question. It's
Yes.
like I have an experiment test at my school on IELTS test 2, and my teacher said that my fluency is good, and I have like I can talk about a lot of vocabulary, but my pronunciation isn't good enough, so he just banned me at 6 point.
Okay,
So
let me
what
say.
do you think is yeah?
Yeah, first of all, fluency and pronunciation. So they're related, my dear. So when you are fluent, it means you have different factors. So let me say about your pronunciation, not about your accent. Your accent is not important. About your pronunciation, uh, when it's understandable, no matter. So when we can understand what you say, no one says that, okay, because of, for example, but sometimes maybe stress, because you know that word stress. I'm talking about fluency,
Yeah.
word stress, intonation. Okay, all the actually these items are considered when assessing and evaluating your pronunciation and your fluency. So when we say you are fluent speaker, so it means you say the words correctly, word stress, intonation. So when your teacher said, I'm not sure why he did, because when he says that, okay, you are fluent speaker, it means you use correct grammatical structures, correct stress, correct, for example, right stress, right intonation, so all of them. So about your pronunciation, so let me say, for some words, yes, sometimes I have difficulty when, for example, getting the meaning because of the stress. So, and because of the pronunciation of the words. The only thing that you can do, just forget about the accent. So you don't need to have American or British accent, none of them. Just if you want to improve your pronunciation, you need to listen a lot and shadow. Just, for
Chat.
example, I say, you repeat, I say, you repeat. This way you can make it better. Just let me say, don't actually, it's not really difficult. If you say a word maybe badly, but if you say in a way that is not understandable, yeah, maybe you can lose your score. So because maybe I get another word, but let me say something about Indian students, because I have a lot of Indian students and candidates for IELTS. Pronunciation, awful, definitely awful. Sometimes I can't understand even one word. Say, please repeat. I say, okay, teacher, I said this, but IELTS is different. If you want to make it better, first, speak slowly. Don't rush. It's okay. Don't try to speak quickly, fast, because, when talking fast, you make more mistake. So word by word, stop and avoid having hesitation like, don't use fillers a lot. So say word by word, and no worries. Sometimes if that is, a word is mispronounced, it's okay. We understand, so don't worry about it.
Yes,
Just listen, yeah.
cute.
Okay, well, and any other questions? Because we're gonna move on to the third part of speaking, part 3.
I think no.
Okay, so let's see what we have for part 3 of speaking. Well, my first question, just one moment, please. Okay, so let me say, okay, do you think it's possible for men and the women to be just good friends?
Well, I I think that's most definitely it depends on the ages and the characteristics of them, because some people who is loyal and very reliable. I believe that when they in a relationship with um the all like, what do we call different,
What?
it's like, what do we call a person who have a different sex teacher?
So you mean gender?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can say regardless the genders,
What does mean?
female or male. So it means it's not, when we say regardless, okay, it means not being affected by gender, so whether female or male, so female or male. Of course, people can make friendship and can be really good friends when or if they have maybe similar characteristics and personalities, and they have common interest. And so you can make your answer this way. So regardless, just let me write.
I want to say that um I want to say that the person with a different gender.
Okay, so you are saying, so what you mean? I can understand.
It's
Different
like,
sex, you mean?
yeah,
So what you mean? I can get.
it's like I have just said a sentence like, with the man who is very loyalty and can be reliable on when they in a relationship with somebody on that is uh different gender. It's like didn't.
So yeah, so because we have same and we have opposite sex, so same sex friendship and opposite sex friendship, so it's okay. You can say, I don't know, or a cross sex, so cross
It's
sex,
like,
opposite sex, yeah.
yes, and I can say like, is opposite gender or have an opposite
Let me
gender.
say, okay, so you can say, if you want, I got it. What word you mean? So you mean opposite sex, that is
Yes.
opposite gender, okay? Or we have same sex. same
But
gender, okay? Yeah?
yes, but we use have an opposite sex
Of course you
is
do.
is a have teacher.
So what you mean are, it's a plural? Is, of course it is. So opposite sex friendship is.
No, no, it's like has or is. It's like
Well, I can't understand what you say. Could you make your sentence, then I can correct, because I don't know what you want to say. Okay, so just make
it's
your
like
sentence, then I correct it.
a person who has opposite sex or who is opposite sex.
Okay, who, you don't need to say a person who. This one actually is problem. Just opposite sex, just this. People, like, person, you don't need to say, for example, someone who has opposite sex or who is. An
Be,
opposite sex person, because opposite sex is person, an opposite sex relationship. So this way you can use it.
no, wait. I need to make up a sentence again. It's
Of
like
course, you are, let me say, you are opposite sex, okay? When talking about me and you are opposite sex, and you have opposite sex. You have opposite gender. Yeah, of course, so both of them. So you are and you have. So why?
yes, okay.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah, yeah, of
Okay.
course, like, why one verb? Okay. And, just, okay, so say, and, cross gender, just let me say something. Cross gender is a good word if you want to use another synonym and you forget about opposite sex or opposite gender. Cross gender is also another word that you can use. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, teacher.
So people who have opposite or cross genders, so opposite genders, opposite sex, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So what happened? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so, yeah, of course they can. So, okay, do you want to make your answer again, or just, because I didn't actually get what you wanted exactly say?
Yes, I can. I think that I would like to make it again.
Of course, of course.
It's like for me, speaking personally, I suppose that it depends on people's characteristics and also um, their ages, because if um, if like a boy and a girl in a young age, of course they would have healthy relationships, and yes, and they can be a good friends too. But when we are adults, I think that it's depend on our characteristic, because for example, when you have a girlfriend but you still have a good relationship with any girls else, I think that it can be possible when you are very loyalty, like when you are very loyal and you so reliable. And if not, I think it would be a true, it's a true problem.
Yeah, of course. Well, so the only thing that I want to add to your answer, because as I told you before, it's like, don't translate words. The problem is with translation words, from one language to another language. So you mean totally what I got. You can say individuals of, for example, you can say different genders. Okay, individuals of different genders. Now we can say they can. So as you said, so as I realized that, they can actually have or maintain. So we can say can maintain or have. So which one you want to use? So of course, we can say strong and of course meaningful.
Yes.
So we can see strong and, meaningful friendships, regardless their genders. Yeah, without considering their genders. So this way you can easily make your answer. So this is actually the summary of your answer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And this one. Well, my next question for you, do you think childhood friendship can last for long? Do you think childhood
Oh,
friendship can last for long?
I think that definitely it can be possible because I have three close friends that we've been together since we were just about few years old, and I don't clearly remember, but we still play together until now, despite a long distance. Yes, because I have studied at my school, and I just back home at the weekend, and at the weekend there are a lot of assignments for me to do, so I don't have free time to stay with them. So we haven't met about for about a couple of months, I think, but we still have a good relationship. Yes.
Of course. So first of all, we still have good relationship. We don't drift apart. Even if we live in different places or we can't meet up. When you drift apart means actually you become less friendly. Drift apart means become less friendly. When you don't drift apart, it means you don't become less friendly. So you can use this one. And you said definitely, I want to change it. Okay, because you used it. I say, I truly believe that childhood friendship can last forever.
Yes.
Because why? Since in childhood, we make friends without any condition, without any selfishness. Do you agree? So without any condition, without any selfishness. And when you're a child, you are innocent. So actually no factor affects your decision. So you are able to find friends according to your, for example, what you like or dislike, one's liking or disliking. But as you said, however, in adulthood, not childhood, in adulthood, there are a number of factors that are maybe responsible to choose someone as a friend. Wealth, for example, age, for example, appearance, so different factors. So this way you can make your answer, okay?
Yes.
Well, and the next one, is it important that people should have a good friendship while at work? Is it important that people should have good friendship while at work?
Foreign ships.
Good friendship while at work.
Well, it is so hard to think.
Yeah, of course. Well, I will help you. Don't worry about it.
Um,
Definitely yes. Definitely yes.
yes.
It's essential. I don't want to say important, so I say it's essential for people to have friendship, of course, at workplace. Why? Because it's better being surrounded by a positive work environment. Don't you agree? So let me write it. So you can work better being surrounded by a positive work environment. Don't you agree?
Yes, of course.
So, of course, that is the answer. Now you can expand it if you want to add anything.
You can work better being surrounded by a positive work environment, and also you can let your hair down while in work.
At
And
work, at
oh
work.
yeah, at
Yeah,
at
and
work.
it's physically, yeah. So at work. So we can say definitely, yeah, it's essential for people to have friendship at workplace because now I want to use another structure. So passive because I used active and I can't use past. So it's better to use passive because if you are being treated as a good friend, it means all the people treat you as good friend, you can work better. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, of course. So this way you can, and it's really good for teamwork, especially. So you are able to achieve your goals better when you work in teams, right?
Yes.
That's it. Okay, next question. So tell me, are you tired? So it's like this one. Oh, that's enough.
Just a little bit, teacher.
Yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah, you're right. 90 minutes speaking. Of course, you talked a lot. You are definitely right. I understand you. So,
Yes, thank you, teacher.
okay, okay, do you want to drink water? Just we have 4 minutes. So it's okay. If you're not okay, I'm not gonna ask you any other questions. So
No,
I
I
can,
think that's
yeah.
it's just 4 minutes, so no problem.
Yeah. So let me ask you. Okay. Well, and the next one. Um, okay, let me say. Do you remember the friends you had made in childhood when you were child? Too young to remember, of course. Do you remember?
Yes, there are a lot of my wrongdoings during my childhood, and one of the most impressive uh, wrongdoing in that at that time. Remember that I remembered that uh, it was the time once I and my and like once my and my young neighbors, like had a plan to steal all of the mangoes on the mango trees uh, from the house just next to my grandparents' house. Yes,
Yeah.
and at that time I remember that my friends. Yes, he still no. Now he moved to another place, but we still keep in touch. No, no, yeah, yeah, keep in touch.
Okay,
And
so let me say, we still keep in touch. You can say we are in touch. It's okay. We're
yes,
still in touch. So we're still in touch. It means we keep. So it's okay. You can use this way. Yeah, we're
yes,
still in touch. Okay, very good. And so actually you have a lot of maybe something like memories together. So, and you, of course, you didn't drift apart despite he moved another place, maybe. So, but you're still in touch. And you can say, for example, how if you're using social media, for example, through social media, or I don't know, some other maybe platform. So you can mention.
yes,
Okay, well, and that's it. So that's really enough for today.
yes.
Okay, any questions, any issues related to the sport?
I think it's very clear now.
Of
Yes,
course. Well, my smart and my handsome student, thank you so much. You were great, like always, and thank you for being perfect. Have a great and fruitful weekend, and of course the week.
Thank you, teacher. And can I just have a little time to take
Of
note
course
of?
you do. Of course, like you have time, so don't rush. We are here, and no rush. Just make notes. Okay.
Yes. Teacher, can you scroll up, please?
Of course, yes. Sure.
Yes, I'm finished, teacher.
Okay, well, so have a great weekend. Enjoy your time.
Yes, thank
Goodbye.
you, teacher.
You're
Have a
welcome.
nice day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Goodbye.